is the 14th of October 1943. In the last episode, the brave troops of the 7th Army, on their daring mission, have failed to take and hold Alaska and to make any significant contribution. Unfortunately, the Americans have managed to bring strong forces up into the north very quickly, and we had almost made it to the port of Anchorage, but in the end the attack has failed, and we have lost a significant amount of our specialized troops. We are currently in the process of rebuilding the 7th Army, and they will be employed in South America, where hopefully they will fare better. In the meantime, we have managed to get an extremely large encirclement happening in Mexico and trap a significant amount of both Mexican and American forces. Actually, just American forces, because the Mexicans have capitulated. Yes, we have managed to trap a significant amount of American forces in the mountains over Mexico. So first things first, we're going to start by sorting out our air here. We have 3 fighter wings and 5 tactical bomber wings that we are all going to redirect at the Sierra Madre. Unfortunately, we have no further airports in the area, so except for the 6 fighter wings which are currently embroiled in the battle in the north here. But the fighters don't have the range really to they're still deploying actually, so they're not actually ready yet. But once they are deployed, they will assist here. And yeah, the fighters from the south don't really have the range to do very much about it. On other fronts, we are actually facing opposition in the south here as well. Have we taken an airport? We have. I am going to deploy some more. I'm going to deploy some older wings of Zeros here, and yeah, let's get another one and just put that up to 100. And we're going to get these to use for air superiority over the Yucatan. Okay. So the next task that we have right now is to make sure that the Americans don't break out from this cauldron, because obviously in the north the territory is undefended, because this has just happened from the Mexican capitulation. So we need to make sure that we're cutting them off and that we're pushing back against them on all fronts here to make sure they're not making their way out of it. So the very first thing we're going to be doing is waiting for our infantry to arrive. We are going to reorganize our front lines a little bit. So let's get rid of the front lines here, because this is no longer effective. We are going to get the 3rd Army that is deployed here and get them to handle the cauldron. We're going to get the 10th Army that is deployed here and going to get them to handle the northern front. And I think this is all... No, hang on. The 3rd Army is deployed in the south. I can't have the whole 3rd Army handle this, so let's not do that. How many divisions do we have here? We might have to do this by hand for now. So let's just make sure that we get these wiped out with the divisions that we have in place here. And I'm going to get the 10th Army to hold the northern front for now. So we're gonna get... No, this should be this is not the 10th. These are the troops of the 10th. So I might have done this wrong. Okay, 10th Army. Get a front line here. So this should be 24 divisions of the 8th Army. 8th Army, yes. What am I talking about? 8th Army, yes. Okay. So that does not include the tank divisions, hopefully, yeah. So everybody else is going to go on manual orders for now to assist with making sure that we're wiping out the remaining American troops here. So we're going to push them in all directions and try to make sure that they are not going to be able to escape. Let's close that gap and get these troops for now. No, just move there and just wipe them out. These troops will let go there. And yes, we are going to start sending these tank divisions south because we might lose some territory in the north. But for now, it's more important that that this all holds. So what are we going to do with our marine divisions? I think we're just going to leave them here and hold this strategic airport. So that's something, and get everybody else to move into place. Okay. They should not have much in terms of supply, so it's really just a matter of making sure they don't and they're already reconnecting. Okay, but that's why I'm sending the tanks, because the tanks should be able to get through this terrain relatively quickly. And we will try to cut off as much as we can and ensure that this cauldron doesn't fall. I don't know how many troops they have at the actual border. Yeah, there are troops coming at the border. So this is becoming rapidly a relatively fluent battle. Meanwhile, I have to keep an eye on the south as well. We are holding here. Let's wipe out the British, and then we can start the attack on their front lines. I might need another army here, to be honest. And I think I'm going to take the Homeland Defense Force here. And I'm going to send them, first of all, I'm going to turn these into regular troops, regular defensive troops, that is. And we are going to get that army, we're going to get that army assigned. This is the, they will keep the tradition of the Homeland Defense Force, yes, I know. And we will send them on the front lines. For now, we will send them on a defensive line here. Give me a I know. Give me a fallback line here, just along the lines, not through the lines there. Okay, we'll need to ship them over first, but I feel like I'm going to need some more troops in the area to make sure that that this is all working out as expected. Okay. We actually need to make sure that these troops don't escape. We've got the tank divisions moving north. Okay, we've closed it slightly here. So let's keep pushing them along these lines. We do have a couple more divisions here from the 4th. And we'll push them over there. So let's make sure that that's all gone. And these divisions are just moving up to the front. But yeah, this is too large of a front for the 8th to hold themselves. And we are getting a bunch more of the colonial troops. That is fine. We've got free military factories. What are we short of? I'm going to put a second one on trains, just to make sure we have sufficient trains in stockpile once we start taking losses. And that is all. We've got a bunch more factories, honestly. We have a lot of motorized equipment, so we will start changing our tank divisions into the B template. And then we've still got a bunch of regular divisions here in training as well. Okay, so that should be a nice amount of armies coming in. Okay, what else can we build that we don't have enough of? We still need more tanks, but we have a very good efficiency going here right now. I feel like I'm going to need more planes, honestly, and I'm sort of waiting for the fighters. So for now, I'm just going to build some more tactical bombers and make that happen. Okay. This looks like we are in the process of wiping out the last remaining American divisions here. So once that's done, then we can finish up Guatemala. and here everything is in progress. Okay, we just need to close the cauldron here and make sure that and make sure that they don't escape. Actually, I'm going to send this tank division across as well and just make sure that they can get them sorted out here. And then we need to stabilize the front lines, get the supply sorted out and everything. So right now it's a little bit chaotic from the unexpected Mexican capitulation here, but just making sure that that's all happening. How's the air? Okay, Sierra Madre, we've got green air. They are operating. They're operating planes over here, but we're not fighting over here. So I'm not sure from where they're actually operating. But we will take off their remaining airports from them. And just making sure that this all gets closed up. Nah, we'll leave Vichy alone. Okay, we've got 3 civilian factories. Yes, we need to build some more things. How is my supply situation? Is that all decent now? I want better lines. I think I want better supply lines. This is still under construction, still going to take a while, but I want better supply lines here. So let's get that all upgraded. Supply lines. Make sure we've got that all nice and powerful. Okay. And we can actually send another army to the north here once we've got one. Once we've got one free. Yeah, the armies are stationed here right now, so that's all good. And we have troops. I believe we have troops. Yeah, we've got troops currently exercising that are newly assigned, so they are still on the move. We've got 1 army stationed here. Supply is all good, and we've got 2 armies currently stationed here. And I think we may actually be able to assign them to front lines rather than fallbacks. It's fine. We'll leave them where they are for now. But what can I construct? I need to construct things in my. In these areas. Can we construct anything in Siam? Because we need to get them. We still need 500 more points to get them down. Is there anything we can send them? Can we send them some more Lend-Lease? Do we have anything? We're still sending them actually equipment. I thought we said just once. Yeah, just send it once. Okay. But we can maybe we can see if we can construct something on their territory. And the answer would be probably not. Can we construct anything on the other's territory here in the north? We probably can. So let's get the infrastructure built up. I want to annex these areas. So which one? These and these. Okay, so infrastructure construction projects can go ahead, and then we are just going to construct some military factories in all these areas here, and that is all. We are already constructing here, some more infrastructure here. Constructing some more factories there. Okay, and I think that's pretty much all I can do really. So yeah, we will have to work on that. We do have decisions available. What would these be? Some war propaganda probably. Yeah, no, we don't need that. We are going to send another improved worker conditions to get our stability further up. Just you know, we're producing enough things. We're literally having massive stockpiles of everything at this point. It's yeah, we have so much artillery, infantry equipment, everything else that we don't have any problems with that. Okay, let's make sure that this invasion goes smooth. This encirclement and goes smoothly, and we will complete wiping out the American troops here. This is undefended, so I know tanks in the mountains are not ideal. The infantry will assist though, And everybody else move up north, and I think we have mostly got them. I don't think there's an awful lot left. Last time we checked, they had 1.1 million. Yeah, that's another 100,000 troops that have been taken down. Okay, I want the front line stabilized, and I want another army in place here before we continue. Before we continue this push into the Americas. How does this look here in the south? Okay, south is all sorted, so let's make sure we're wiping out Guatemala. And that should continue up there. Okay. And we will take their capital. And that should be that. And then we can actually reassign some troops once they're ready. We have been losing a lot of naval planes, but we have managed to take down a fair amount of the British Navy, and we have actually taken roads as well. We should probably defend the ports here. They have free divisions, so we can add all these areas to port defense. Let's make sure that any ports in the region are defended. Don't think we're gonna be getting a naval invasion here, but just to make sure, let's get these ports defended as well. And we need to at least get the Atlantic ports defended in the south here, because on the long term these are going to be vulnerable, so that's giving them something to do. All right, these are the remaining American troops that are getting wiped out here, and then we can consolidate the front lines, get everybody into position, get them entrenched, and then plan our offensive against the United States proper. How is our Air Force doing? Yes, okay, so we've finally got the planes operational here. We don't have any opposition anymore, so these can go back to pilot exercises because they are green. And we might need to construct a better airport here. So yeah, there are no decent air bases here. So let's get ourselves a nice airport going, and we'll send that to the top. And we might also build up this airport a little bit more and send that to the top as well. Okay. Because we don't have an airport here, and I don't know how well this is going to be defended, but I want everything in place before we make the next move. Okay, troops are having a hard time pushing against the Guatemalans in the mountains here, but it's just a matter of time. Okay. This is Home Defense Force. Where are they currently? They are still shipping in. Yeah, they're still busy shipping in. So we'll wait for them to arrive before we make our next move against the Americans, because the front line right now is a little bit thin. And but we have inflicted some significant damages on them, which is always good to see. The 4th Army, I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do with the 4th. I did have a naval invasion plan down here. Do I have these troops in place just yet? I don't think I do. I thought I had some troops here, but they might have moved off, honestly. Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to business and make sure that we are taking out Guatemala and that we manage to maintain our front lines here while the Americans are moving in. I do have a bunch of troops here that I am not gonna need in the north, really. I mean, oh, they have counterattacked. Okay, I'll do something about it then. Push them back and make sure that we're taking out their capital. And just cut them off. I mean, it's just not many of them, right? You should be able to sort that out. Okay. I can invite someone to a faction. Who can I invite to a faction? El Salvador? No, not interested. I'm going to conquer El Salvador. because I do want to take outside the South America. So I am planning to send the Third Army eventually completely down south here. And I am thinking of bringing the... Now that we are starting... Yeah, I'm just waiting for the... Oh, troops are starting to trickle in. Okay, so the 4th... where are these going? These guys going? Why are they going over... I wanted you... Didn't I want you over here for that naval invasion order? Didn't I say? Hang on. These are... Oh no, these are not marine troops. Okay. But somebody should be on that order. I said that a while ago. Why are the troops not on that order? Okay, we'll let them sort it out. So that's all done. Let's quickly focus on Guatemala and make sure that that's all in order and that is having an end to it. Do we have air in the area? Yes, we do. And they have nothing, so this should be relatively easy. They have 23 divisions in San Salvador, in El Salvador. 23. That's almost a full army. Okay, that might take a bit of doing to get them out of that one. So, I need to reorganize my troops here first. I think I'm going to get the whole Third Army assigned here. So let's delete these front lines. Get the Third Army troops assigned to a front line here. And right now we'll just hand roll that and get these wiped out. Hard fighting in the mountains. But then we will use the 3rd to do further. Do I want the 3rd? I could use the 4th to start an invasion. In. I could use the 4th to take out the Caribbean. That might not be terrible. So let's start justifying on. But we don't have any ships in the area, so we're not going to get any naval invasions happening unless we can get through the darn canal. Okay, so first order of business is it's going to be for the Third Army to make sure we take everything out in the south here. So San Salvador, you're going to be next. Justify, conquer, conquer that. Okay. And once we have the troops sorted out here and get everybody moving south. Do we have supply here? We do, some sort of supply. But I'm going to need more planes. So let's see. I'm going to need more bombers. We only got a bunch of fighters up here in the north right now. So okay, so we've got them sorted. Great news. And we've got doctrine available. Oh yeah, I'm not yet finished here. Yeah, let's get that unlocked. We do have another one of those. They can just go training for now. And we do have... we're just going to put them all into TACs for now. Tactical bombers, that is. We do need to push through here. How are my special forces coming along? They still need some training until these guys are ready. But we should have another army ready soon. Okay, we are going to push through. So we're going to get the Third Army. 24 divisions. That could get nasty. I'm gonna need some air support. So let's get the... How big is that airbase? Yes, that's big enough. So let's get 500 tactical bombers south here. And we're going to get 300 fighters over here as well. And once that is completed, then they can... For now, they can do pilot exercises. But we are going to direct them south once that is... yeah, they're just doing exercises right now. No, you don't get to join the faction. You get to die, Mr. Bond. Are the Americans pushing us? Not yet. So we're going to get the 4th. We're going to get the 4th sort of ready in this area. Let's get them onto a fallback line here. 20 divisions of the 4th, because I've got the other ones assigned down south. Yeah. Okay, so that should work, and we will get the homeland defense troops coming in relatively soon, and then we can stabilize the front line, sort that all out, and get a push ready against the Americans. I don't know how much they have left, honestly. How many infantry divisions do they have left? They still got somewhere between 100 and 200 divisions left. So that is not yet won by a large margin. And I don't know. Either they're sitting in the UK, getting ready for D-Day, or they are at home defending against us. So we will find out. We'll find out as we go. So. I don't know how they operate planes in the area. Probably from up north here, but we're not fighting in this area, so I don't really have a problem with that. Unless they are bombing my infrastructure, that would not be nice. Yeah, they are bombing my logistics here. Okay, in that case, we've got fighter wings go for air superiority here and shoot these things down. Thank you. That would be lovely. And that should sort that out. And we also might want, another thing that I was thinking, do we need to build a stronger defensive line here against the Germans? No, I think this is going to be fluent anyway. Don't think I need to build fortresses anywhere to make sure we're holding against German troops. We will be busy ourselves with other things. Okay, so these troops are coming in, getting into position. These troops are getting into position, and we will hopefully soon see Homeland Defense troops coming. And let's plan how we're going to attack the continental United States. I think I'm going to attack through Texas, because this is all terrible terrain here. This is all mountainous, and getting through California is going to be dreadful. So I'm going to get the Homeland Defense to just hold here, and we're going to cut through the Central Plains. The tanks should make good way there, and we're just going to try to cut them off along this line here through Arkansas, Missouri, up to the Great Lakes. And then we're going to take the East Coast while the rest of them is cut off, and if they want, they can run against run in against the Homeland Defense. Do I need more than 2 armies for that? I probably will, because that is a lot of ground to cover. So where are you guys currently positioned? You are currently getting into. Oh, you're in the Middle East. Okay, so you're no help at all. Who can I send over? I mean, I'm already sending the Homeland Defense. I'm getting another army, so maybe we'll send these guys out once they are completed training. What are they still waiting for? They are fully equipped, so they should be done training relatively soon. Okay, we'll send another army over to support this and just make sure that all works out. Okay. And meanwhile, yeah, once the mountain troops are ready, then we'll send them south as well. And once we have captured the Panama Canal, then we can start dominating the Atlantic as well. Quick look over here, because we have a couple of things. This is just regular sort of maintenance and making sure that we get these guys over there. Oh, we've got another Shokaku. Nice. Okay. We're going to get you out at sea. And that's a Yugumo. You can go training. And we've got 2 Shimushus. They can go north. We get them to train. How's the training situation here? These are starting to look decent. So I am going to start. I am actually. I'm actually going to start training up the Zuikaku herself. So let's get that happening. And this is the other one. And these are all busy. They should be busy exercising. Or some of them are repairing, that's why. But we've got a couple of submarines that we can use to refill our submarine squadrons here, because they have been depleted a little bit. Not you, you're not yet trained, but these can go south. And we will reorganize the navy quite significantly once we are our submarines are getting bombed here, I believe, but we're also sinking convoys quite a little bit. So it's all in good spirit. I would really like to get the Siamese Empire sorted out, though. That's one less I need to worry about. They need 500 points still. Can we just construct something on their territory? Can we just build railroads or something? We can just build railroads, I guess. So we can't really build anything else because all their construction slots are full. We can probably build some air bases. Let's just build up the air bases. And see if that reduces it a little bit. Can we send them something else? Lend-lease. So let's. Why is this not happening? Okay, let's just cancel these and send them. What do we have left? I've got a bunch of rifles. They can have those. These I'm still producing. These I'm still producing. This is foreign equipment. I have a crazy number of tanks that I'm not producing anymore, and they are in stockpile. Can I just send them all to them? Yeah, that'll do the trick. Do I have any planes that I'm not using anymore? These I'm not building anymore, so they can have those. I'm not building these anymore, so they can have those as well. These are A0s, so I'm going to send them these as well. I'm just sending them the outdated equipment that I'm really not that I'm not producing anymore, and using that to reduce their independence further. This is all relatively tedious, but we can also send them, like, I don't know, like 100 convoys or something. Once, please. Okay, send, and that should take care of half of it. All right. Okay. And that frees up some of my stockpiles here out of outdated equipment that I'm not using anymore. Okay. Troops are getting into position. Troops are getting into position here. Homeland Defense troops are starting to arrive. So, okay. That is going to be an interesting fight, because they have 26 divisions stationed down here. But we should have total control over the air. So let's get these back into no longer training, but into air superiority and ground support over this area. We should have total control in the air, and that hopefully should be sufficient to wipe these out. I don't have all my troops in position yet, so I'm going to have to wait for those to get here first, and then we will do that. All right. Meanwhile, we can sort out the northern. I think we can start sorting out where the homeland defense is going to be. So we are going to no longer get them onto a fallback line here, but we are actually going to give them a proper front line, and that will cover everything up to here. Okay, so that's the front line the homeland defense is going to take. They're not here to go anywhere, but I will concentrate. I will start concentrating. This is a little bit far, I think. I pushed it one too far. Okay, that's better. We will concentrate. We'll concentrate our troops on this line and then execute the plan. But we just need to get everybody into position first. What actually happened to the remaining troops on the remaining special forces that I had here? Where are they? Oh, they're up north here. Okay. Not a good place for them to be. Let's get all of these forces assigned already to a front. We'll give them a fallback line here in the mountains for now, and we will start sending up the other troops. We've got a couple of battle plans that are no longer used, so let's clean that all up. We've got that fallback line, old fallback line here. We've got an old fallback line there. That's all not used anymore. And yeah, that order can go. No. Yeah, that disastrous naval invasion order can be deleted. Yep. There's some fallback lines here that we're not using anymore. There's another one here. And I think that was it. Okay, cool. So we'll wait for the troops to be in position. And then we will see if we can take out El Salvador, because they do have a decent amount of troops down south here. Let's speed this up a little bit. They're not attacking us, so that's a good thing already. How's the supply situation here? I haven't even checked. Our supply situation is actually alright. Yeah, this should be okay. This seems to be alright. I think that can supply a bunch of divisions, and here we should have sufficient supply to start pushing and take their lines throughout the states here. Okay, cool. All right, let's speed that up a little bit and make sure they're all getting into position. And we are starting to see the Third Army troops trickling in. And I believe we can already declare war on them, right? We should have sufficient divisions here that we can start declare war. Declared war on El Salvador. Yeah, we're not doing the co-prosperity sphere thing anymore. At this point, it's just world domination for the emperor. Okay, let's see if they're going to attack us. So they've joined the allies. Let's see if they're going to attack us. Doesn't look like. I don't think the front is wide enough for them to actually get them all on the front lines, honestly. So we are probably going to start attacking them at this point. I am going to attack with my offensive divisions here. Let's see how much of a front line we're going to have. We can fit a couple more, so let's support with the others. And see if we can make this happen. Now, we have air superiority. And our Air Force is going to start hammering them. So what do we have in the air? They have 800 fighters in the air. Not bad, not bad. But it's not going to do them any good, because I think we are going to eventually break through this. We are slightly over width, because we only have two. We only have two provinces from which we can attack, but if we can manage to push them out of there. What is the terrain here? Hills, so not tank terrain, but we should be able to push them out with infantry here. So we've got more troops coming in, and I think the Air Force is just going to absolutely hammer them into the ground. Let's see how effective they are. We have a small amount of our bombers disrupted by enemy fighters, but it's not an awful lot. So let's just watch this as it goes down. I'm going to speed it up slightly. We'll see if that attack is going to be successful. Some of our divisions are going to stop attacking once they need to get some rest, but we can throw them back into the fray once they are somewhat relieved. And these divisions are not particularly powerful, so and they have nowhere to go. So I think once we take their capital, that is going to be it. And they're not going to stand up to the might of the Japanese army and air force. Yeah, they are falling very quickly to our onslaught here. We do have this one. I need to. I can either take efficiency cap plus 10% and more growth, or I can take efficiency cap plus 10% and more retention. I think I'm gonna go for the growth, honestly. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think it makes a massive difference. I'm sure someone's gonna correct me if that's not the point, but we will break through El Salvador, and we can already start justifying on Honduras. Is that not gonna take an awful lot of time? And once we have pushed them out of the capital, yeah, they had a whole army stationed in their capital. Not an awful lot of good it did them. The Americans are starting to attack across the lines here. That is interesting. Not sure why they would want that, but okay. We will wait until the Homeland Defense troops are all in position before we make a move there. And yes, I think this is not going to last an awful lot longer. They just don't have anything to do about our Air Force, and having these planes all in the air is going to make a massive difference. We do have 3 dockyards. Actually, was there anything in terms of naval research that I was going to do? I wasn't actually looking at any naval research, I believe. We need to get ourselves some better submarines, I think. And we should have all the technologies now, so maybe that's a good start. That's a good start to... We can start researching the 1944 text as well. But, yeah... Should we? Yeah, let's get a new submarine model out. What do we have currently? We don't need these anymore. We don't need these anymore. We definitely don't need these anymore. We're currently building the Kaidai 4s. And the Yunsan Scouts we're not building. So I think we can start designing ourselves a 1940 submarine. So that would be the Kaidai 5 class. And historical submarines. Submarine engine 3. Torpedoes 3, more torpedoes, and a snorkel. Yes. Okay, so that's the Kaidai 5 class. So we're going to build these, and we are going to stop building the Kaidai 4s. We just finished the one that's currently under construction. Yamato is going to still be finished in April next year, but she should be ready for the final showdown. I am going to get another carrier out, honestly, because we have 12 carriers, but I can get a... Can we improve anything on the Shokakus at this point? I believe we can't. I think this is all as it should be. So let's get another 2 Shokakus going. And I'm just going to cancel one of the Shimushus here. Let's cancel that line, and that should be sufficient, hopefully. Okay. In that case, we'll bring that down to 1, and they can take them in account. Okay, so we'll build 2 more carriers. And are we actually Yes, we are still building the Atagos. So some battleships might come in, but it's taken an awful lot of time to get there, so we'll see how many of those we are still going to get. We have a bunch of fresh divisions here in the home islands. Oh yeah, this was the new army that I was going to send, right? We're going to get these into... Oh, that was 25 divisions. Okay, not you. You go over there. 24 divisions. Didn't I have some tank divisions here as well? Yes, I did. And I've got a couple more. So I might actually throw some out at some point. But for now, we're going to get these. I'm going to need a new field marshal, am I not? No. These 24, get myself a new army group. Do I still have field marshals? I do not. I need to promote somebody. Do I? Or I'm just going to... Yeah, that's fine. We can use this field marshal. That's okay. So that's another army, and we are going to give you... he's cautious and politically connected. I mean, there's not an awful lot of good generals that I have anymore at this point, but I've still got the drug users. Yeah, we'll take him. So this is going to be we're currently up to the 10th army, so this is going to be the 11th army. army. They do need a different color. I am running short on colors here. We'll give them a green one. Not sure. We probably used that somewhere already. Yes, we did. But that's okay. So the 11th is going to get a front line. Newly created 11th Army is going to get a front line here for now, and they are going to push effectively along this line and keep anything at bay while we are attacking in the other direction. Yeah, the Americans are definitely attacking here, so this is quite fascinating to see that they are trying to attack us here. Are we green in the air? We are not green in the air in this area, and we are actually. Are we fighting in this area? Not really. I'm not sure why we're busy in this air zone, but we have a. Hang on. We have an airport, so that is. Not having that is having some capacity right now, but I think we have, we might have some air wings that we can bring over from the home islands. Let's see. I was sending some out for training. Yes, we've got 9 fighter wings and 1 naval bomber. Okay, so let's get 8 fighter wings here and bring them over to the newly constructed airbase over there. These are all trained, and then we can get them to sort things out. So this is all good. Yeah, they're not getting through that. Have we wiped out El Salvador yet? Not quite. We're still working on it, but it should not last an awful lot longer. We've got a couple of divisions here that are not yet joining the fray. They can't obviously join the front line because we can only get a combat width of 120 because of we're only attacking from 2 divisions. That's literally how broad the front line is. But I think they're not going to last an awful lot longer. And the air bombardment is absolutely vicious here. So that should be an easy one. We can already start building a front line here. Hang on. Okay. One sec. These 2 can go that, and then we'll already plan this invasion. Okay. While the rest is busy there. All right. What do we need to? Yeah, we need to get our support companies sorted out because we've got this reduces our supply and fuel usage, which is great. We do need to get recon up. We need to get the engineers up. There's so many things. Military police might be nice at some point. For the occupation laws, but I think let's have a quick look at the resistance. What is their resistance target here? Oh, 49%. That is interesting because I thought we did have the collaboration government that should have increased the compliance by quite a bit. Where is Mexico? Where is Mexico? I sorted by name, right? Don't show me people who don't resist. I'm occupying so much of the world at this point. Is it not Mexico? Is it something like United Mexican States or something? There it is, United Mexican States. Yeah, they have a relatively good compliance. So I am surprised that their resistance target is this high. We might do something about it at some point. I have so much infantry equipment that garrisoning should not be an issue. What's our garrison efficiency in Mexico? Yeah, it's fine. We could optimize it a little bit more, but I think at this point I should have sufficient manpower to sustain that. How much do we have in garrisons? 27,000. Yeah, not really worried about that. Okay, more colonial troops. How far, by the way, did my Lend-Lease push this down? Has this not happened yet? Maybe it hasn't happened yet. Alright, we'll just let it run. Okay, we're still trying to push through into El Salvador. This is a yes. We've taken their capital, and they have capitulated. Okay, El Salvador is done. All the 24 divisions on the new front line. Yep, and they will just keep pushing. More unassigned divisions. I'm just going to train them up for now. I'm not yet sure what I'm going to do with them, but I do want to absorb the. I do want to make sure I absorb the these early members of the the East Asian co-prosperity sphere, which is by now, well, looking a bit larger than it used to. Well, we still got a lot of things to conquer, so Africa is still a thing, and we're still fighting the British. And we are declaring war on Honduras. Yes, we declared war on Honduras. And I think I am just going to let my general handle that. So 3rd Army, go. Honduras joined the Allies. Do we have air in the... Yes, this is the same air region. So we've got air without problems. Are they still operating here? They're no longer operating here, so we can send these 3 fighter wings. We've got 8 fighter wings up here. They're all trained up, so we're already going to get them into air superiority over American territory. What am I going to do with these 3 fighter wings here? I'm not sure. I can send them south, I guess, just in case. So let's bring these along south. We don't have any more space, so we'll just get them to tag along and just focus on the areas and make sure that nobody comes in. Who can I invite to factions? Peru. No, I'm not inviting anyone to the factions here. I'm conquering, my friends. I'm conquering. All right. Is the home defense? Are the home defense troops in position at this point? Not quite yet. So we'll let these get into position first, and then we will... that's happening, so we can already start justifying against Nicaragua. So let's make that happen. And we can already start justifying against Costa Rica. Make that happen. Okay. And I guess probably some more. Yeah, this is war propaganda. We don't know. We don't want to blow up the Panama Canal. I mean, we're not holding it. How can I blow up the Panama Canal? This is still held by the Americans. Interesting. Anyway, so this is all happening. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. And no, you're not. I've got 3 military factories. I'm going to put. Yeah, we are running low on trains. I'm going to put. We're going to put 10 on trains for now, because we are conquering things faster than things go. Okay, Honduras has capitulated. Yes, I'm already justifying here, and I'm gonna have to justify against you as well. This is costing increasing amounts of political power. I'm actually cancelling that justification because that's just taking too long. I can't justify against too many people at the same time, so let's get the victorious 3rd aligned here. And your next target is there. Once that is done, then that'll happen. Peru joined the Axis. Peru joined the Axis? Well, that's nasty. Okay, well, I guess I'm conquering you later then. The Turkish isn't a thing anymore, people. Get your stuff together. Kaidai 5s. I could. What else am I going to build? I could start another line of the Kaidai 5s. Yeah, having more submarines is probably a good thing. Gives my dockyard something to do. All right. Troops are getting into position. Justification should be finished in a couple of days. So let's speed that up to the point that that is finished. Where are my mountain troops, by the way? Are they still training? They're still green. That's all right. We'll see how far we get, and then we'll send them in once they are actually trained up. And yeah, these guys are still. Oh, we have lost our one of our naval aces. Oh, living legend would have been better. He was killed over the Mediterranean. It looks like what battle was that? Oh, that must have. Oh, he was shot down by a convoy. Well, that's sad. Well, even the best will falter eventually. But well, I'm sure we can. I'm sure we can survive that. This is still in progress. Collaboration government in the United States. So that's all ongoing. And I'm just waiting for the justification to finish, and then we will take on Nicaragua and keep justifying ahead of time. So just so that things, yeah, troops are in position. Troops are getting into position. Not sure how many divisions they have. They've got some artillery divisions down here, but I don't think it's going to do them any good. How much longer? One more day. So there we go. And jet prototypes are done, so we'll have to research that as well. Nicaragua, declare war, conquer that, and we declare war on Nicaragua, and Third Army, go. Is that still within the air zone? That is still within the air zone. We can, do we have a closer airport? Yeah, we can. It's a bit damaged, I believe. Yeah, it's right now it's a little damaged. That's all right. We're in range. Paraguay joined the Allies, and we will just let them go and take down Nicaragua. Yeah, I think. I mean, the last thing I could do were bicycle battalions. I've got warrior spirits still. Allows me kamikaze strike missions, which I mean, I might as well, but I wasn't planning on using. What does the resistance look like? Yeah, Mexico doesn't look so hot. Resistance targets are relatively high, even though we have the collaboration government. So that's definitely an area where we are. How about the other regions? Australia isn't too happy either. So do we need to do something? And I'm researching, right? So I don't right now have the research even for military police and getting a better occupation, but yeah, it's fine. Okay, still Homeland Defense troops pouring in. This is going to take them quite a while to get to actually get in position. So in the meanwhile, we are just dismantling that. We are already busy justifying. 60 days. Cancel the no. Can we? Yeah. We're questioning their motives. Can we justify that? Going to take another 60 days. It takes a long time. It's actually probably faster for these small countries to just wait it out. And then once we've taken the next one, we will do the next justification. So yeah, this is just, these guys are just melting away. Nicaragua has capitulated. Third Army front line. And take them out. I have a lot of air experience. I might be able to design myself a slightly better, and I think then we'll call the episode for today. I think I might be able to design myself a slightly better, no, I'm probably going to do that on the next planes that we get. Yeah. Once the Hayate is ready, then we'll design ourselves a slightly better version of this plane. This is going to take too long. Cancel that. Justify. And now it's only taking 10 days. Okay, done. So let's keep moving through while the rest of the troops is getting into position. I did have a naval invasion down south here. Are these troops actually where they're supposed to be? Yes, they are. Okay, so let's make that happen then. And shift click that. Yeah, okay, so let's get these sorted. But other than that, the Pacific is mostly pacified at this point, and it's just a matter of it's just a matter of sorting everything out here. Okay, let's move ahead to the point where we get all the homeland defense. Oh, they are actually. Hang on. Whoa. The Americans are pushing us. Are trying to push us back here actually. I think we are starting to have almost all the Homeland Defense troops in place, though. Although that might be, I'm not sure how thick that front line is. I want them, no, there's still some trickling in. Okay, so some of the Homeland Defense troops are still trickling in. Why are these subruns all docked? I thought I told you... Oh, they have no missions, that's why. When did that happen? I'm not sure when that happened, but why am I having 12 submarines here? Let's get 2 divided, and then this is full. Okay, so we're good on submarines. We're finally back on the submarines, actually, after many years of war. And that justification should be done in 5 more days. So I do want to get the Homeland Defense in position and properly entrenched before I'm starting to move. Before I'm starting to move the troops here, and we're getting ready for the push. So. This would be the... Which army is that, actually? This would be the 8th, right? Yeah, the 8th. So, 8th Army, front line. Yeah, Americans are probing, and we're just finishing up the industry research everywhere. Yeah, we might as well... Actually, I don't really need that. This is all. Yeah, I've got some upgrades to research here, and yes, we actually need to reach the 1943 techs. So yeah, we're a little bit behind here with these techs. So let's make sure that we're getting these in order. And anything else that I needed to change? I believe not. Yeah. So we're just waiting for the Homeland Defense troops to be in their entrenched positions, and then we start. Why are they under strength, actually? What are they? Okay, that's finished. I'm gonna get them into position first. Maybe they need some reinforcements. So war on Costa Rica, justify on Panama. 10 more days, and that's done. And 3rd Army, Costa Rica joined the Allies. 3rd Army, go. At some point I'm gonna need to pull the planes south, because right now they're not doing an awful lot. What decisions do we have available? No, I don't want war propaganda. Was there anything that I needed to do, actually? Yeah, we can get some more. We can get some more of that. All right. Last thing I'm going to check is before I'm going to call the episode for today. Any way I can get these guys further suppressed. How much more do we need? 250 more. So we're land leasing. We're building on their territory. We're not trading with anyone, are we? No, we don't. We are not trading, right? No, we're not trading. We've got so much. We've got so many resources that we don't even know what to do with them. Can we? Oh, they're still waiting for some material to come. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for that. I'm just going to wait for that to get there, and we'll see through the construction. Maybe the construction that's going to come in here is going to. And actually, this wasn't there, right? Let's push that up top. I want to see if we can manage to get that done, and see if that helps further reducing their independence, and then we can absorb them. I've got half a mind to just can't reduce their autonomy. I've got half a mind to just release them and then just conquer them, but I don't even know how. I'll have to check that. But yeah, let's quickly watch Costa Rica going down. Are we already justifying on? Yes, we are already justifying on Panama. It does take a little bit of time to get the troops in place, but all in all, the Americans have the American losses are mounting. They still have a sizable number of divisions in place, but I think all in all, what they have at the front here is probably all they have. I don't know if they have divisions in somewhere in the south here in the islands, if they have them in the, if they have divisions in Great Britain, but it's not an awful. I think they are not going to be posting a large. These guys have capitulated. I don't think they'll be posting a large threat to us anymore at this point, but we will find out. We will find out. Why can I not? Oh, there. We will find out. It's a little late. No, Dominican Republic, you don't get to join. You will be conquered. Once we have the Panama Canal, I'm going to start bringing some. We've still got some convoys going around the countryside here, but I'm going to start bringing some ships over, and then we will. Why is this not happening? Do we not have naval superiority here? We should have. Yes. Oh, okay. Nobody has. Oh, that's because our convoys are not including this area. Are they? They are. Oh, but there are ships in. Oh, there are ships operating here, are they? No, just ours aren't. Who do I have in the area? I don't think I have anybody in the area. I've got these old ships here. These. Can I just assign them to this area? Is that going to be sufficient? No, they don't even have the range to get there. Okay, I might have to. Yeah, so they're all starting to join the Axis. That's fine. We will take them. We will take them as they go. Yeah, everyone's picking their sides because the the war for the world is coming into. The Allies are falling, and the war is coming to its final. It's going to start coming to its final conclusions, and we're just building up here for a final push. It looks like we're running a little low on supply, but I think at this point I can start taking the 8th and concentrate them. So let's do that. That might be slightly easier, and I think I'm just going to delete their front line and give them a new one along these lines here. And their purpose is to take the East Coast. So that's going to be the large push that we're going to be doing with the 8th, and everybody else is going to hold. And have we finished? Are we justifying? Just making sure. Yes, we are justifying. Yeah. So I think the attack on the continental United States is going to commence in the next episode. They are fiercely trying to counterattack. While I'm talking, I might as well just start that. Declare war, send, justify on Colombia, conquer that, and 3rd Army, go. Panama joined the Allies, not happening. So yeah, while the Americans are fiercely trying to push us back, I think at this point they're not going to have a chance to break through. We have sufficient troops in the continent to make that happen, and Venezuela has joined the Allies. Okay, yeah, they're getting scared now in South America. No. We are beyond the point where we are making peace with people or inviting people to factions. We are at the point where we are literally just wiping things out. So everybody go, and we will take control. We will take control of everything. Nicaragua, Panama. Yeah. What are we? Why are we sending them through the Atlantic? It's just colonial forces. What do I care? Okay. Yeah. So can't let it go easily. But I do need to have some lunch. So the conquest of the Americas is well underway, and in the next episode, I think the United States are going to fall, and that will be the end of that. So that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.